Okay, so today we're going to talk about how to turn your first draft into your final draft. And that doesn't mean you just take your highlighter, control, over to final draft, and paste. That is not what our final draft is going to look like. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this revise and edit slide to help us. It does take a little bit of time, but it'll make your writing more interesting and fun to read. So first of all, you'll go through this checklist and ask yourself these questions. Did you introduce your experience or event in an interesting way? Did you tell about the event or experience in order using description and detail? Can you add more detail or more description somewhere? Did you include a closing sentence that wrapped up your story? Were all of your sentences complete sentences? Did you use linking words to connect your ideas, such as first, then, after, that, next, finally? If you need help with more linking words and phrases, you can actually grow this box here so you can see more linking words and phrases, such as particularly, consequently, in summary, to wrap up. Okay, I have it down here small for you, but you can make it big when you need to use it. And then finally, did you use correct grammar, spelling, punctuation, and capitalization? Did you try your best to spell things out? If you are looking at your draft and let's say you have something underlined in red, that means it is spelled incorrectly. You can correct it in a pretty simple way. Just right click and it'll ask, did you mean direction? And then you can say yes. Sometimes your spelling might be a little bit too off, so it'd be more difficult to figure out the spelling of the word or the correct spelling. That's when your neighbor or Mrs. Debo comes in handy. Okay, so feel free to ask those questions. So as we are revising and editing, you're going to read over your story. You're going to look for words that are repeated or boring words that you can change out using thesaurus.com or the poster in the classroom. So reading over the passage. One spring and sunny day, Allie and Grayson went to the stream to play in the mud when they discovered a mysterious box moving about. What do you think I was trying to say here? Obviously, I typed the word bring. I think I wanted to say bright, so I'm going to change that. Grayson ran over to check it out as Allie ran behind him. They debated on whether or not to open the box, as Grayson thought it could be a python. Soon the box popped open on its own, and out came a cute and fuzzy purple bunny that talked. The bunny introduced himself as Fraggles, and he wanted help getting home. He said that his evil brother Glitch shipped him off when he ate the last of the chocolate-covered carrots. Luckily, he knew the direction to head in. That's kind of confusing. What am I trying to say here? Luckily, he knew the direction to head in. Luckily, he knew the direction to get started on their trek home. First, they traveled through the Jolly Rancher ice forest. Luckily, Fraggles had Allie and Grayson grab their snowsuits. I think I used luckily twice in a row here. Could I say something else? Luckily, he knew the direction to get started on their trek home. First, they traveled through the Jolly Rancher ice forest. Luckily, well, if I right-click, I might be able to copy and paste this word here. Copy. And we'll come up here to thesaurus.com and paste the word in. Fortunately, I think that sounds like a pretty good word. So we're going to copy and paste that in. Fortunately, Fraggles had Allie and Grayson grab their snowsuits. Next, they traveled through the sandy desert of Fun Dip. It was a long journey. Along the way, they came across many obstacles. They finally reached the town of Smarties, Fraggles' hometown. His colorful family was relieved to see him, even Glitch. Actually, Glitch had a whole batch of chocolate-covered carrots just waiting for him. All right, so what else can I do to make this story more interesting? If you're wondering what other obstacles they came across, I was kind of wondering the same thing. So as I am ready to move to my final draft, I can copy and paste this over here because I have made some edits. And then I can elaborate here on the obstacles. Okay, so I might start by saying, where it says snowsuits, in the Jolly Rancher Ice Forest. This sounds like a proper noun, so I think I should go up here and capitalize this F and capitalize this I. They met a, what could they have met? A pink polar bear? In case you didn't know, polar bears love the taste of bunnies, especially a tasty purple one, especially the rare and tasty purple ones, period. I have another word here I can fix, so we can change that there, and I can keep going. So the point of this video is so that you understand that it is going to take you some time to turn your first draft into a final draft, and you have to do something other than copying and pasting. If you need any help, please let me know. You can send me a message through Google Classroom, or if you're in class, you can just raise your hand or you can talk to your neighbor.